In this video, we're going to go through Kanaki's back office, and then we're going to set up our shopping cart using the Kanaki system. Okay, so when you sign up and you log in, this is what you see. Now, what you can do, first of all, is decide how you want to get paid. You can have a check, or they can send your payment to PayPal for you automatically every month. So you can put whatever you want here. So if we want to be paid by PayPal, we just put yes here, and then we put our PayPal account email address in here and submit the changes. Now further down here, you can see what paychecks were sent out and when. So you can just click on one of these if it's relevant, and you can look at what paychecks went out. Okay, pending orders. This is going to be the orders that have been accepted, but you have not made arrangements to pay for yet. In other words, the customer may have paid for them through one of your other providers, such as an XML feed or through another shopping cart, but they haven't actually been marked as paid in the Kanaki system. So you're going to have to go in here and you're going to have to pay for those. You can also pre-fund your account so that this happens automatically. Now this is going to only happen if you're using a third-party shopping cart or you're using the XML feed that Kanaki supplies that you can use with other payment processors. So if you are going to use a third-party shopping cart, you're going to have to deal with this part here, and to do that you can just have it paid automatically from your credit card or from your PayPal account. Now down at the bottom here it shows you any pending orders. So these are the ones that are going to need to be paid for before they'll go out. Okay, you can view and track your recent orders here. Of course, I just put this product up, so we haven't done anything with it yet. Now before we go any further into these, we should actually go and configure our product. Now all your products show up down at the bottom here after they've been uploaded. So what we can do is we can go into configure first, and this is where we can set up our product details. Okay, now as you can see, you can order a free review copy of the product and they'll mail it to you. Now this is only once per publisher, not once per product. So once you do this the first time, that's it. And that's just to show you the quality of the product. Okay, and then what we need to do is go down a little further. We need to set our retail pricing. Okay, so we have here set your retail price for the product, and this is if you're going to use Kanaki's shopping cart. What they'll do here is they'll send you a monthly check or to your PayPal account for the amount of orders you sold times your retail price minus the $1.75 manufacturing cost. Okay, so this service we have enabled, and I set the retail price at $17, and we include the product in the gallery. So we'll apply that. Down further, if you want to be able to have the retail price go directly to your PayPal account, you can do that here. If you do this, you're going to have pending orders that you're going to have to deal with, and we just went through that. So you would have to go to the pending order screen and pay for those products there. Okay, so if we're going to use PayPal, we can do the same thing here, $17 or whatever it is, and we can enable the service. We'll also have to put our PayPal email account in here so it knows where to send the money. Okay, we'll apply there. Okay, now we have some different websites here that are used. For instance, if we're going to use the Kanaki shopping cart, we have two URLs here. We have the sales page, and this is the sales page that they provide for you, and it has all the details that you put on the design screen here. They can also rotate the case, look at what's in the case, look at the DVD, etc. Okay, then up here they can order their quantities, and they pick their country here, for instance, and then they can pick where they are and calculate the shipping, and then it brings up the screen that tells them how much it's going to be. So if they're going to go by airmail, it's $4 and $17 for the product for a total of $21. They just go through here and make arrangements to pay for it through their credit card. So it's as simple as that. Now, there's also another screen here, and this is the screen that has all your products on it. So if you had more than one product, you would see them all lined up here, and then they can go through and they can pick the quantities here. Same deal up at the top, and then they calculate the shipping, and it will give them a total for all the DVDs that they order. Now, similarly with PayPal, you have two different sales pages. Though they look the same, let's click on this one. Here's a sales page for PayPal. And again, they can rotate the case. And you see here that they have PayPal is their payment option. And it's going to go to your PayPal account. So again, they would pick their country here, calculate the shipping, and then they would continue through. So they just put in their details down here. They go to checkout, and then it should redirect to our PayPal account here. Okay, and indeed it did. It redirected to our PayPal account, and now we can accept the payment. And once that happens, they will show up in the pending order. So that's how you can use the PayPal side of it. Now if we go back to here again, we also have the same page with all of our products on it here with the PayPal option. Okay, so here it is here. It looks exactly the same as the other page. And again, if they put in their details up here, hit calculate shipping, it's going to do the same thing again. Okay, but this time again, PayPal, and then they have their shipping options they can use here. Put in their details, and when they check out here, again they will go through PayPal, and the pending orders will appear in your pending orders section. And just as a side note, if you look at the bottom here, there are different places that you can sell your CDs or DVDs. You got CD Baby for CDs, and you can sell your product on Amazon.com as well. Amazon.com has a facility that allows you to sell your own products as long as they're physical products and have a UPC code. Since we set up a UPC code, we are able to use the Amazon service. And it's the Amazon Advantage program. And down here, you can read about the Amazon Advantage program and sign up for it. And once you sign up for it and your product's approved, you're all ready to go. Okay, now let's go back. We have our product set up now. Let's go back to the front page here. And now let's look at some of these other things. Okay, now pending orders. We just talked about that, and this is where your PayPal orders would be if you took the PayPal option. We talked about that. We talked about view and track recent orders. Now down here you have different ways that you can order and ship your products manually. So you can order and ship your products to a single address. You can order and ship your products to multiple recipients and addresses. And you can order and ship your products to a CSV list of recipients and addresses. CSV is like a spreadsheet type of format. So you need to format those properly, and then you can use that as a list of where to ship your products. So if we go into the CSV, we can enter our names manually here. So say we have 10 that we're going to send. So we could go next here, and then we can enter the name of the 10 people we're going to send here. Now obviously this would probably be easier to do using CSV. So if we did the CSV method, it comes up here and tells us that we have to use the following fields in our CSV file. So if we set that up with these fields in it, and we have 10 records, then we can just import that into here. Up here we have our delimiter, comma, pipe, or tab. A delimiter simply tells the program where the first field ends and the next one begins. So we'd have company, comma, address 1, comma, address 2, etc. So if we look down here, we have name, comma, address, comma, address 2, comma, city, state, zip, and country here. Same with all these records. use one record per line. So that's all we have to do: name, company, address 1, address 2, city. So basically all we have to do is create records like we see here. So just put our data in a string and a text file and then paste it in here. Okay, let's go back here. They also have a couple of APIs here. These are advanced program interfaces, and these are for use by external programs. That's how they can pipe data into Kanaki. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm just going to show you how you can set up a simple website that points to your Kanaki products so that you can sell them from your own website. To wind things up, in this video I'm just going to show you how you can create your own simple site to sell your products from. Now you can just create a blog to do this. This is the easiest thing to do, whether you want to use WordPress or Blogger. It doesn't matter, whichever one you're familiar with. I'm just going to show you how to use WordPress. Now most cPanel accounts have Fantastico, which allows a one-click or two-click install of WordPress. So just go to Fantastico and then just go to WordPress and then click New Installation. Then you just really fill out this form and install WordPress. It's as simple as that. When you're done, you'll have a simple WordPress blog set up. Okay, so here's our basic blog. So all we have to do now is log in and we can start changing things a little bit here. Again, you can use whichever platform you're most familiar with. So you can go ahead and use Blogger if you're more familiar with that. But I'm going to use WordPress, and what I would do first is I would go and create a home page. So I'd go to Pages, and then I would just create a new page called my home page. So I do Add New. Then I would just put a simple introduction that I want on here for my home page. Okay, so of course you do a better job than that. And then we'd want to make sure that we don't allow comments or pings on our home page. And then we would just publish. Okay, now we'll go and we'll edit our pages because we want to get rid of the automatic page that was in here that was created automatically by WordPress. And same with the posts. If we go to posts, get rid of all these. Okay, and then what we can do is now we can just create new posts for each of our videos. Okay, so we could, well, even before we do that, we should set up a category for our videos. So let's go to categories. And we can just set up any categories we want. So we could say internet business. And then of course any categories you feel you need, this is where you set them up. Okay, so we save this one. We should also delete anything out of links that we're not using. Go to links. Get rid of all of this. Okay, now we're ready to start adding posts. So we could say The Beginner's Guide to Internet Business. Okay, and then we would put a description in here. Okay, we should also put an image in here. And we already created a custom image. We could also use one of the e-covers that we have here. So we can just upload that into the post here. So we just go to here, add an image. And then we can select the file and just grab it from our computer. Okay, and it'll upload it for us. Then we can just click Insert into Post, and there it is there. Okay, now at this point we need to actually put a link to this product over to Kanaki. Actually, we should edit this. And what we want to do is align it to the left. That way you see that the writing will go around it. So let's update that. And now we can put our link here. So we can say click here to order. Okay, and then what we do is we go over to our Kanaki site. And then we decide what we're going to use. We can use Kanaki's order page, or we can use the PayPal order page if we want the money to go right away into our account. So we can just copy this link here. Let's highlight it, do a copy, and then we can go back to here. And then all we do is we highlight this, and then we click this link here. Paste our link in, and target, we can have it open in the same window or a new window, and insert. Okay, at this point we can publish it. Okay, now what we want to do also is go into settings and set our home page up. So let's go to settings, and then we need to go to reading. And then we need to create a static page. This is so we can set our front page to our home page. And you only need to do this if you want to have a home page. If you want it to act like a regular blog, then you don't even need to bother with this. Okay, if we view the site now, okay, here's our home page. And here is our okay, and here is our post here. And if we click here, it goes to the PayPal page. The next thing we could do is choose a better theme. So what we could do is just go look for a theme that fits with what we're trying to do here. You just do a Google search and bring in a theme that you think is appropriate. Okay, so we can just do a search on Google for the type of theme we want. Okay, so I just did a free video WordPress theme, and we can look through here and find one we like. Okay, once we find one we like, we can have a look at the demo, and we can just download it if we want to. So we just save this to a folder. Okay, here it is, bluedream.zip. So all we have to do now is upload that and unzip it on the server. Or we can unzip it down here on our computer and upload the thing to our server. So let's just do it this way. We'll unzip it here. And then we need to use an FTP client to upload it. Okay, what you see in front of you is an FTP client called FileZilla. You can download it free. And when you open it up, all you have to do is up here you can type in your host, which is your domain name, your username, and your password. And then click Quick Connect and it'll connect you up. On the right side you will see your web host, and on the left side is your computer. So what you want to do is navigate to where your web documents are supposed to be, and your host will have told you that. Usually it's public HTML or htdocs or something like that. Once in there, you want to go to wp-content and themes. Okay, and then what we want to do is upload the Blue Dream that's inside of the main Blue Dream directory. So just upload that, and all the files will get uploaded for you. Okay, so those are all up there. Now we can go back to our site here, and we can go back to the admin, and then we can go to Appearance and Themes, and then we can pick the new theme here. Let's activate. Okay, let's have a look at our site now. Okay, there it is. Okay, now there's our post, and if we click there, it goes over to our order page. Okay, now a couple things we didn't do quite right here. Let's go back and let's edit our post because we didn't give it a category for one thing. So let's edit this. And let's pick a category for it. Should be under Internet Business. And the other thing we can do is use widgets. If we go to widgets, we can decide what's going to be on our sidebar. So what we can put over there now is whatever we want. So if we want to search and we want recent posts, categories, whatever you want. And then what you can do is you can move these up and down as you see fit. Save the changes. Okay, now if we visit our site, we'll see there's our search, our recent posts, and our categories. Okay, so now we can get directly to our page that has our product on it. Okay, so that was an example of how to use WordPress to set up a simple site. Of course, you can use any type of blog you want to set up a simple site, or you can use a simple HTML pages. Okay, now last thing I would do is I would make a link to all of my Kanaki products. I would just do this in the link section. So I go links, and then I would add a new link, and then I would say see all of my teaching DVDs. Okay, at this point I would go back to Kanaki, and then I would pick up this URL now, which goes to my entire gallery, and then I would put that in the web address. And then down here, we decide how we want it to open. So underscore blank is in a new window, and then we just add the link here. We might want to also create a link category. That's up to you. See, right now it's going to go into blog row, but we could just say recommended videos or whatever you want to call it. We'll just call it my DVDs. Add the category. And then let's go back and edit our link to put it into the right category here. So let's put it in my DVDs. Update. Okay, so if we visit our site now, you'll see my DVDs and see all my teaching DVDs. If you click on that, it goes to the proper page here where they can look at all of our DVDs and order them from here. Okay, so that's it. You now know how to set up a physical product on Kanaki and sell it from your own website.